I'm from New York State, so I noticed that the Catholic bishops of New York State said the inalienable right to life of every innocent human person outweighs other concerns where Catholics may use prudential judgment. Let's talk about that word, prudential judgment. What do we mean when we say that?
Yeah, there's two things that we talk about when we get into the political order, right? So when when the bishops are speaking, one is called ordinary magisterium. There could be extraordinary magisterium or ordinary magisterium. So when you're dealing with extraordinary magisterium or ordinary magisterium, the bishops are saying you have to believe this, otherwise you are literally in heresy. So that's a very strong assertion of a particular doctrine, and that would include moral doctrines like the prohibition of abortion. So the bishops are saying, yes, the protection of the right to life and, of course, the immorality of abortion is a doctrine. It's taught, by both extraordinary and ordinary magisterium. If you do not adhere to this, it is clearly heresy. Now, a prudential judgment is another level underneath what's called extraordinary and ordinary magisterium. Mm-hmm. And that really gets into the hows, how a policy should be crafted in order to get to a particular solution. So, of course, like abortion clearly is taught as I said, as ordinary and extraordinary magisterium. It's taught as a doctrine of the church. You cannot believe otherwise. Whereas other things, for example, how should we carry out our immigration policy? Mm-hmm. How should we carry out our health care policy? How should we carry out stewardship of creation? How should we carry out programs that are going to prevent poverty on the part of people? Now, what the bishops are saying here with prudential judgment is, yes, there's a wide range of opinions that can take place about how to do it. Right. Now, the idea of should we, in some sense, adhere to the principles of what's called, our social encyclicals, so the church's social teaching. Now, those 7 principles of the church's social teaching, those are taught, as it were, with ordinary magisterium. They're taught, with as much infallibility as you're going to get, the principles themselves. But what the bishops say in the compendium on the teaching of the Catholic Church is that there is a wide range of possibilities for figuring out how we're going to carry out a particular mandate, like, for example, a just immigration policy that has a pathway to citizenship, or, a healthcare program that is going to cover people while at the same time protecting the rights of religious liberty and the right to life, etc. So they admit that there's a wide variety. And so those things are prudential judgments which every citizen has to do their very best to inform their conscience. And so there could be agreement and disagreement among the candidates, agreement and disagreement among citizens, without any kind of impinging on doctrine or encountering a heresy. Abortion is different, though, because that's not a prudential judgment. Abortion is a doctrine, and it's a doctrine by clear teaching of the church, not only of the popes and through the church tradition, but also a clear teaching of the U.S. Catholic bishops. Again and again, I believe they also had in 1998, their letter on life, which reasserts the doctrine and the teaching as ordinary magisterium of abortion as always immoral and unlawful to promote.